Sun Music Studio.
Hello and welcome. Chairman of the Sovereign Council Al Burhan met on Thursday with the Director of the African Affairs in the British Foreign Office, Kate Foster, in the presence of the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Hussein Al Amin. The Undersecretary explained that Kate briefed Al Burhan on the London's conference on Sudan. He explained that Al Burhan praised Britain's efforts to supporting Sudan, its sovereignty and territorial integrity, and calling on for the end to support and supply the weapons to the militia. Kate said that the conference condemned the violence in some areas, in addition to the targeting of civilians and service facilities. She noted that the conference approved the allocation of £800 million from the partners, which will be directed as humanitarian aids to Sudan. The Organized Crime Control Department of the General Intelligence Service carried out a security operation targeting one of the largest networks specializing in the supply of chemical drugs in the Red Sea state. A press release issued by the General Intelligence Service stated that a force from the relevant department was able to arrest a number of suspects in the possession of 75,000 Captagon pills at the entrance to Port Sudan. The Anti-Crime Department, affiliated with the Counter-Terrorism Department of the General Intelligence Service, had previously carried out an operation on April 13, 2025, which resulted in the seizure of 815 kilograms of various drugs, of one of the largest seizures recorded recently. An informed government source in the River Nile state, speaking to Al Muhaqqiq news website, revealed a new detail about the targeting of vital projects in River Nile state by the Rapid Support Force militia and their agents inside the state. The source said that the marshes striking targets in the state came from distant areas, but the agents inside the state control their directions. He noted that the state is being targeted, but the security service are aware of this and are on high alert. The source confirmed that the work to restore electricity to the state is proceeding apace and that water is expected to return soon. The emergency room of the Abu Shok camp for displaced persons in Al Fashir mourned with deep sorrow and grief the martyrdom of Dr. Firdaus Al Tayyib Musa, who was killed today as a result of a shelling by the terrorist Rapid Support Force militia on the camp. According to a statement from the room, Dr. Firdaus is one of the cadres who have set an exemplary model in the field of humanitarian work. She has made significant contributions to saving the lives of many citizens since the outbreak of the war. The statement said that she was martyred today on her way to the camp's health center to provide medical service to the displaced. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Culture Organization, UNESCO, adopted a resolution to support the restoration of culture sites, communication center, and education in Sudan, destroyed by decades of war. During its 221 session on Wednesday, the UNESCO Council unanimously approved a resolution entitled Supporting for the Culture, Education, Media and Communication Sector in Sudan. The resolution aims to support Sudan in rehabilitating educational infrastructure, strengthening national capacities in the fields of media and culture, and contributing to efforts to recover looted culture, properties, artifacts, and that destroyed by the war. Iran and the United States started a new round of nuclear talks in Rome that resolve their decades-long standoff over Tehran's atomic aims under the shadow of President Donald Trump's threat to unleash military actions if diplomacy fails. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff will negotiate indirectly through an Omani official who will shuttle messages between the two sides. Iranian officials said a week after the first round of indirect talks in Muscat that both sides described as constructive. The death toll of a boat fire and capsizing in the Democratic Republic of Congo earlier this week has risen to 148, with more than 100 people still missing, officials said on Friday. About 500 passengers were on board on the wooden boat when the capsizing on Wednesday after catching fire on the Congo River in the country's northwest. The catastrophe began when the fire started while a person was cooking on board, said a competent Loyoko, the river commissioner. Several passengers, including women and children, died after jumping into the water without being able to swim. This was your today's news by Sniper TV. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Music Studio.